Ki khubor ka Batesi TV. Lawan Rashapi taka Frank Motors, the all-new Altros. Now, with more exciting features.
Ka IZ Group of Institution Bangalore, kadai ke college babahatam nagabenta ke jingkuli nursing but paramedical course, hospital training, hinyo scholarship but 6% ka kam, haki hospital bahedo India but shabari. Na benta ke jingkuli ke jingsio ka baret but hila ban legu ban kuli da ke education loan. Hila ruban sekolah number kandai nyo saw san riu pranot. Lani kandai pran riu laisan, ar riu be kandai pra.
Ki he sorkar jong ka Assam kinwan hanong ba Shillong haka arpu Tarik mentau benai nailar Ïakren Halor ki kamput kamsam ki wedei haki benta jong ka Langpih ka bahap hapo West Coast Hills uba polling do wedei chairman jong ka regional committee in charge West Coast Hills uloong bakani kan dei ka sien ka ar ka ba kin shong ya ka jingelang baro ar liang ki khmilinti bakin la ban pinbit pinbiang ya ka kai phot ka ba pura shwa ban kot unius nem
ka jingi kendu kebaar perenjong ki atli ki sarkar ki regional committee kedai bat kathan West Coast Hills bat Kamrup district kanlong hakaski ningkom arku Tarik keba minister in charge jong forest and environment sarkar Assam Mr. Chandra Mohan Patowari punyalam ni team jong sarkar Assam ringkat ki officials ki jongki but mani hangi chairman jog regional committee mani lami ke team jog sarkar negara te ke dikmi ledi jemni nagadi meeting kalau namar ba lapan kreat baki kot kisla ki dulir bat ki borok ki bede bat ke jengkap ke jemi ya ki snong ki tau ki bede hapo kanika thain Langpih bat ha kasni mande ni dan ka jingkremen ba ngin la pan ya chakmat ke ni ke Ïakren bat ba ni ke meeting ke jing kedua belum hasil ke baar kan beden lenti yang i ba ngin la pada ban ikut ya ka kam ada ke bagi lek ya ka site visit hadin jong ke ni meeting bat hadin kedua apa jong ke bekut jong ni snem ngin la pan ya ka final report Shaki Chief Minister jong ber atli ki state di ni dan kajing kemen ba gilapan wanra ya ka solution ya kene isu gobla sateng aslama kene ya jeng kedua ke benong aksi ko the Assam government team led by its chairman, the chairman in charge of the Kamrup district sector, Mr. Chandra Mohan Patowari, is visiting Shillong on Monday, the 28th, along with his team of officials from the government of Assam, and we will be hosting them. Our discussions are taking place at 1 p.m. of Monday at Hotel Pinewood. And we expect this meeting to be fruitful and to also steer us closer to the resolution of the problems within that sector. As per the discussions that we have had last in Guwahati, this would be the second meeting which will pave the way for the final meeting, which will be an on-site inspection in a few villages within the Langpih sector of West Khasi Hills. And after which we will then, as per terms of reference and instructions issued by both state governments, we should be in a position to submit our final report to the chief ministers of the two states within year end. So our target date is November. So let's keep it for year end for the submission of the report to the respective chief ministers. So this is a very important development, and on our part, we have prepared a very substantive report on the various claims that Meghalaya has made to villages in the Langpih sector all these years. We have now documented them properly, and we expect that in a spirit of reconciliation and accommodation, the meeting will take us closer to the final resolution of the boundary problems that we have had in the Langpih sector for the past several decades. There are 54 villages where we have records and proper documentation to establish a claim over those villages. So, as I mentioned last time, we will be presenting a list of these villages and a status note on each of them in order to strengthen our claim over those villages. As you are aware, there are various parameters, including the, ethnicity is one, contiguity is two, 3, willingness of the people, 4, history of the area, 5, which government has been implementing developmental activities in such villages, then electoral rolls, when have these people voted, where have they voted, all those issues. See, our approach would be to first resolve matters relating to big cluster of villages, because what you mentioned, a few villages which are dominated by non-Khasis, non-Garos, these are small in number. So we will look at the bigger picture, confined to the problem-free areas first, and then these will go, on the basis of contiguity, for instance. These areas which are, as far as I can recall, areas where you have largely non-tribal population would hardly be 3 or 4 such villages. No, in fact, in the last review meeting which we had at Nongstoin, all villages were represented, except 2 or 3 villages whose reports could not be traced. They might have given the wrong name of the village. So in such instances, we have involved the local HIMA in order to ascertain the names of such villages.
So, after this meeting on Monday, when are you planning to visit this area of differences?
We will decide on Monday. Most probably it will be within October, because we wish to submit our final report in the month of November. Yeah, we will be submitting our report in November. Very likely we will then communicate to the 2 chief ministers. So now our task will be over by November. Yeah, but the next step would be to take this to the CM's level, so that the phase 2 of our negotiations and discussions will come to a final close. See, given the nature of the last meeting, which was very cordial and saw a very free and frank exchange of opinions, we expect that atmosphere will prevail, and it will be an atmosphere that will not promote any violence or discord. See, we wish to resolve the matter in the next few months. We are very sure of completing our task within November. Now, see, when that negotiation comes to a final close, even the maps of the 2 states will be redrawn. So the BOP is not relevant to the extent that, the BOP we have identified might be somewhere in the middle of, the areas that will then come to Meghalaya. So, we have agreed that we will also go to the site, meet the villagers, and instill that sense of fraternity and convey to them that we are in the process of resolving the matter amicably at the earliest.
So far, has any representation reached you, like people expressing that they don't want to be part of Meghalaya? Any section of the society?
Those have been expressed earlier in the last committee. The records are with us, but by and large, the number of villages that have expressed willingness to be part of Meghalaya is roughly around 54. And also in the last discussions that we had at Nongstoin, I give them an extra day so that all these villages can come forward with their representations, and a few such memorandums were received by us, and these were all in favor of. See, the entire Langpih sector would hover roughly within 200 such villages, but the problem areas are roughly 54. And these are areas where Meghalaya has laid claim, and in a few cases, at least 7-8 such villages have also expressed their willingness to be with Assam. But the majority, these 54, would like to stay with Meghalaya. But I expect that we should be able to resolve issues on the table during the discussions between the two regional committees itself. And when we meet people, it will be only to instill that sense of confidence and to build up trust among the two states. So we go strictly by the documentation that we have. The maps, the land documents, the list of developmental schemes implemented, all these are already part and parcel of the claim which you are making. Those are the basis. So on the strength of these documents alone, we are in a very strong footing. Langpih is certainly a challenge, but I'm sure it will be bigger than the challenge.